Hey NPA class! I'd like to start my science project by talking about negative and positive feedback. Negative feedback, in a sense, is a self-correction, while positive feedback is an overcorrection, hence positive as adding more. First, we have 4 enzymes making an amino acid. The first enzyme, the supervisor, notices a backup of excessive amino acids and halts production until inventory drops. When the amino acid level is low enough, he starts the line again. They use feedback loops and neural circuits by repeating what does work and abandoning what doesn't work, or basically, learning. Wasp larva takes advantage of this by injecting a chemical into spiders that makes them repeat the first 2 steps over and over until they are no longer needed, creating a platform so the larva can stay safe. Unaffected with toxoplasmia will shy away from cats, while as rats that are affected are less likely to run when they see it and are sometimes even drawn to cat pheromones. We talk about allosteric enzymes, which are in fact regulator proteins. The concept of allostery works like this. Imagine you had a tight cluster of gumballs on a string and that you stuck your finger into it, causing a marble to shift out. Your finger goes into a cavity, which pushes the marble out. Allosteric enzymes have 2 shapes: an active shape where both sides are open and producing, and a regulatory shape where one side is closed and not producing. A signal molecule is the cell equivalent of a final message and is the final product of the molecule itself. The enzymes usually hang out in subunits of 4 to 6. Allosteric receptors act as go-betweens between the cell membrane, and a single hormone can turn on chemical activity all throughout the human body. Floor supervisors control and coordinate how efficiently parts are assembled, and the cell's ultimate product is itself. Local level loops are a single strand of assembly lines controlled by a regulator enzyme, while higher level loops are the entire factory. Distillium discodium starts to get disconnected, but in response to a shortage of food becomes one cellular community, forming a slug and later other shapes. A good metaphor for cascading is imagining a single opera singer singing a single note, drawing in another opera singer to sing the same note, and drawing in more and more in an never-ending loop of adding. A bacterium moves itself by rotating its flagella in a certain direction, at first causing a tumbling effect as it goes around scattering, searching for food. When it receives a food signal, it rotates its flagella the other direction, doing more running than tumbling to get to the source. An ecological loop is a self-correcting system, the governor being the biggest organism with the slowest metabolic rate. This system balances itself out, with the fish eating as much algae as it needs. But if more algae gets added, oxygen can't get into the water, and the fish will die. South American ants are dangerous because when they were taken out of their ecosystem, they were no longer kept in check and multiplied and became pests. Foragid flies, though, kill them in different ways, keeping the population at bay, which is why we are working on getting them over to America.